I don't know why, but a lot of my updates have lately been sort of a little pessimistic. So I'm going to try to be hopeful. Um, yeah, I'm going to try. Oh, man. Because I really love Masters of the Universe. I know He-Man is not for everyone, but holds a pretty special place for me. So let us get to it. So they're releasing some of the first official images of He-Man, and it's not much. It's basically the main actor in shadows. I mean, okay, let's start up note. Does he look credible as He-Man? I think so. I think he has the proper build. Obviously, if you're going to do He-Man, you have to have a certain kind of body, right? No way to get around that. But what else? I mean, okay, so they are trying to do some of the familiar costumes. We've seen it, and they've released some behind-the-scenes photos. That is very encouraging. Very encouraging. But that said, it still looks a little rough. I mean, that is the problem with Master of the Universe. How do you translate such a weird, epic fantasy properly? I don't know. It's going to be tough. And the cast is a mixed bag. And I will deal with Jared Leto's issues in other videos, but for here we're going to table his the accusations, but that's not going to help. It's not going to help. I mean, Jared is a good actor, but I don't know, like, why is he picked for this or that role? It's just sort of like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get it. Like, when I think of him, do I think Skeleton? No, I don't think Skeleton. I don't get it. I don't get it. That said, keep an open mind. Although the thing he did as a Joker and Suicide Squad looked really terrible. We have the David Ayer version that may eventually be brought to us. I hope. Fingers crossed. I know James Gunn is like, yes, he's open to seeing it, see the light of day. I hope they get on that. I'm very curious to see what David Ayer has done. But that said, what we have in front of us is him as the Joker, not great. Him as Morbius, not great. Very dedicated actor, but yeah. And again, it's going to be normal. We have some unknowns and whatever you want to call them, minor actors. But I don't know. I'm just having a lot of doubts here. But again, I want to be optimistic. And the usual term is cautiously optimistic. But I don't know, because he doesn't seem to be in the costume for a lot of the movie, right? All that we've been given is he's playing with the sword, but he's not He-Man. He doesn't even look like Adam. So apparently the rumors that a huge amount of this story will be on Earth is true. He will be on Earth. Doing what? I don't know. Yes, canonically, He-Man's mother is from Earth. Yes, that's in the canon. Some people forget that, but still, I don't know. We kind of did this with the other movie. We just had a huge amount of the plot not in Eternia. We know why, because it's really hard, but, decades later, they're still not able to crack the nut, and I don't know. So mixed on the cast. The photos are encouraging. I mean, it's not like garbage, but I don't know. I mean, I will say that I'm not going to get into a big fight with Mr. H, but he was wondering, like, well, what's the difference? What's the difference between Adam and He-Man's? That's in the thing. If you look at He-Man and look at Adam, there's like zero difference. There's really just the dark tan. I mean, but the body shape and everything is pretty much the same guy. I mean, that's one of the jokes in the show, is that he looks nearly identical. Like, it's not even like Batman. It's like, how could you not guess? But it's like, yeah, it's a very young fantasy. Clearly, it's a very youthful kind of fantasy story. So hopefully they'll keep that aspect and not lean too much into the realism, which I'm fearful by putting it on Earth. That is what they're going to do. But I will keep updating you guys. But I wanted to do an update weeks ago, but I'm like, I don't know. Feeling a little depressed. Okay, so now let's move on to more hopeful. Ryan Coogler is sharing his picks with the Criterion Collection. It's a series where usually directors, but sometimes actors, will give their favorite picks of movies or directors and actors that really inspired them. And I wasn't really too shocked about his choices, especially Malcolm X. I mean, Malcolm X, Good or Bad, is a very early 1990s classic. If you were black or Hispanic or not white, this definitely had an impact. I mean, it just changed the conversation on Malcolm X. Maybe not in a good way. I mean, although it's a very interesting performance, Denzel Washington does not look like Malcolm X. Malcolm X is very light-skinned, so it's very puzzling choice, even though he actually did Malcolm, I know, in theater, but yeah, he doesn't look like Malcolm at all. It's kind of a weird film. And I would say it's much more critical than people might think, but it is definitely on the, what's the word, glorification side. So it's very critical of the Nation of Islam cult, but Malcolm's own failings, like his anti-Semitism, doesn't really delve into it. But, it's a very powerful film. I mean, it is what it is. It's a fictional portrayal. It's not a documentary. But some of the other choices I were like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I know he likes some French films, but he didn't pick those. He picked Nolan. Okay, that's interesting. He also picked Kurosawa, which makes sense, and Ozu. Again, I like those directors as well. So I wouldn't say it was like totally predictable, but it's like, oh, okay. But then he got into some of these other choices, and I'm like, I mean, I guess these are personal choices, but I'm like, and I'm glad the Criterion collection, because I was actually at some store and I was like shocked at what the Criterion actually encompasses. They do cover quite a few popular films. They don't just do art house David Lynch. They are willing to look at other films and preserve them, which is great. They even have the sign off of some directors, like David Lynch signed off on his Criterion, as do other key directors. So like, oh, okay, that's good that they got the approval of the man or the woman herself who made the film. But I don't know. These choices were a little too tame. I mean, I don't expect every MCU director to, be obsessed with David Lynch, but you can definitely see the dilemma that they do pick certain directors to do certain things. But I was not amazed by Sinners, but I do think it's great that it was a big success. It's great that, I don't know if it's right to call Ryan an independent film director, but it's good that there's at least some originality and just some focus on the person's own story. They do the story, they direct the story with a cast and crew, like an auteur touch. He's definitely an auteur, so it's good that cinema still allows certain auteur vision to be present. I would be lying if I said, it's not David Lynch, right? It's not. I still prefer David Lynch's version, the way he pictures the auteur, but David Lynch was really open-minded. I mean, the guy liked eating burgers, so he's not like hoity-toity. Every film has to be a super abstract painting, and some of his choices were baffling too. I mean, they're the expected Kubrick, but he also picked some pretty popular films, just very older Hollywood films, and he just loved those films. So who knows? And Ryan is technically still a young director, so I think he will do some impressive stuff, but I don't know. Some people are going overboard with Sinners being the most peak cinema. It's very good. I liked it myself. I do recommend it, but I haven't gotten around to doing a review proper of it because it's sort of like, it's nice. It's well done genre film, but and I know he puts a lot in his films, but I was like, yeah, it's a well-made vampire film. And there we are. But I don't know. And that brings us back to Masters of the Universe. Are they going to be able to do something really astonishing, even within the genre space? I don't know. The director there gives me no confidence. I would say, yeah, if Ryan was directing Masters of the Universe, something special might happen. But I don't know. It's definitely a weird time with auteur genre cinema at the moment, with the AI menace and the studios, and Superman is coming. It's just a lot of things compounding together. Not clear where the future is going to go. Not at all clear. But, some interesting picks. I will put it up here for you to, no pun intended, follow if you want to. Yeah, definitely try to support Criterion if you can. It's a very interesting selection of films. But will Masters work? I don't think it will, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. And I often am wrong, as people remind me. So maybe I'll be gloriously wrong and be like, wow, that was a really great version of He-Man. But I'm fearful. No.